today we wanted to dive into to the different elements. I got some messaging today, or some push today rather, to dive into some keys that I received, and one of the different keys or the different elements. And the first key I'm going to start with, and if we have time, maybe we'll go through the rest of them. We'll see what they have in store for us today. The first key is to go through fire, and this key is basically the handle of the key is just a red flame with a gold trim around it, and then the rest of the key is a dark painted black metal. That's very interesting. Sorry, this is the first time seeing the key. I just knew this is what we were supposed to talk about. And so we're going to go ahead and insert this key and see what this door opens for us. And I'm going to go ahead and just explain this door, and we're going to see what we find. So if it helps, go ahead and just close your eyes. And we're going to imagine ourselves inside this circular room. And in the middle of this room is a pool, a fountain of water. Or not a fountain, sorry. It is a pool, and it's like a little portal. Maybe we'll go in that one of these days. But and on the outside edges of the room are a bunch of just different doors. All right, and one of these doors is the door we're going to open today. And as we turn, we're going to see this door where the trim of the door frame is covered in this gold, and the door itself is red, solid red, and then there's some gold outlines of what look like flames all over that are just showing flames in the door. It's like a line drawing of red with the red paper, and as if someone took a gold pen and just drew the outlines of flames on this door. All right, that's so funny. So one of the things we experience when we go to these doors, as we experience with other ones, is there's a gatekeeper, and these gatekeepers manifest in forms for us to, just whatever we need to resonate for us to see these doors. And today he's manifesting as just a match. It looks like a little stick figure match with little arms and hands, and it's just like, it doesn't even have a face. It's just a match. It's kind of like if anyone ever saw Fantasia when Mickey Mouse encounters the brooms and he brings the brooms to life, and it's just a broom with arms and legs, and it's just really awkward. And that's what he looks like. And so he's the gatekeeper, and we're going to go ahead and take our key and open this door. And of course, if we didn't have a key, he'd be stopping us right now with a guy's just like, sitting off to the side. And just going to open up the door.
I feel like I'm being tickled on the inside right now. Frequency up, frequency up. I feel like my frequency pretty high. Okay, I'm just gonna say some light language. And maybe that's why I feel like I'm being tickled. We welcome you to the room, the fire room. Here you will find many layers of learning and wisdom beyond your wildest dreams. Look at all the keys we have for you. Okay, so there, I feel like I have a flame in my hand, ball of fire. Will, you want to explain that one?
So this ball of fire is actually, you're presenting it. It's been given to you, and um, you are to present this flame with all of us and to light us all on fire, and then following with yourself.
Okay.
And this fire is not a, a harmful fire. It's a
Cleansing.
cleansing fire to burn away anything that is just attached to you, to any types of attachments, just to burn them away, to make you clean.
And clear.
Hmm.
Hmm. Suk. Sikishiayata tushkutur etskaturu kushkutur. You are passing the ball of fire around. Shuk isikita alatutushkutu like a ball. Shuktikarata sakatush kushkitikishkita playing kushkuturu kutushkuturu kushkuta. As the ball gets bigger, we invite you to find more play and joy in your lives. Passing the fire, passing it on. Ooh, shikitaru kushkuturakishi, passing it, passing it, passing it. Yaya tasuku shikitara katuru kushukutu. Clearing and cleansing life's hardships. Kushkutushki astakaturushki si yatatasuk. Tushkutu and all contracts that are no longer needed. Kushkuturushki siki ayata sukushkuturuski si ayata tushu tushu kushu 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 tushuka alata sa kushkutushku yisiki yasaka asuk yasaka rukishi I atakashu kushukuru kishi yata.
There I go again, sneezing away things. If anyone hasn't, if I haven't mentioned this before, it's like when I sneeze, it's basically every time I feel like I'm clearing, it's like I'm sneezing and I'm sneezing it out.
That's a
And
nice treatment. Mine
it's
feels
just a wonderful, like, physical response to this 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 energetic stuff that's just going on, this energetic clearing.
mine feels more like a pulling from my head. So sneezing seems nice.
So I'm seeing everyone as we begin to be lit on fire. We kind of turn into flames essentially because we're just consumed by fire so much. We're like essentially turn into dancing fire elementals, and that's like this. But it's like this playful dance, like you're saying, where we're like to be playful again, and we're just dancing with the flame. As it just everything just burns away from us, every type of attachment that um, anything that's
Chords,
holding on to us.
lots of chords. So I'm feeling lots of chords. I don't know what you'll see in for chords, but apparently there's a lot.
It's like anything attached to you is like I'm just seeing like little wires, like these cords are like little wires attached to our bodies, and it's just like the flame is like melting away the plastic first, and then the metal is like curling and shrinking away. The copper inside the wires is just melting away and detaching it from ourselves. And it's like shriveling back out of the room. It's not allowed inside this room. It's melting and being burned away from the door as we step in. And anyone may just see people kind of even spinning around, and whereas the wires, maybe if you had still had attachments, you'd be you know surrounded and tied up in these attachments, but the fires burn them away, so you're able to freely spin, freely move. If you felt trapped, you should be able to feel free now and just released.
Cool. So yeah. Whew. Whoa, that was That was a lot. Itkara kushkurika asata asukura kashka aroto shu ushka arata sakaturu kushka ataka saka arata saka asaka tushkutushki. You all have cloaks now. Shukuturu kushkutu askata shika ashikata uski siki ayataka rukushkuturu kushka ataka shukutushka arata sa. Okay, deep breath in and out. That's good. I feel lighter now. I don't know how you're feeling.
I feel like I'm on fire right now. I'm feeling really hot. My entire body is feeling really hot right now.
That's funny. I feel like, yeah, I feel lighter and I almost feel like a bit colder. So that's very interesting.
It was cool to see when you were doing the light language. It was like, yeah, the light language was like coming out of your mouth and was like hitting people like when when you throw chemicals in a flame and it turns them different colors. And that's like what the light language was doing to people who were receiving the language as they were going through the cleansing. I just saw just like colors and flashes of color here and there all over the place. It was just incredible, and it's like this feeling that, and it's not just like a flash and it's gone. It's like it's igniting, and we might find ourselves with different colors now, as we feel free and released. Might feel a little bit more natural. Naturally, we like feel more comfortable in our skin now. I don't know, I just want to smile. So this is a door that we can come back to. We're feeling bogged down, we're feeling overwhelmed, we're feeling like we're dragging on because there's things just dragging us like chains holding us down. Things just like drawn on us, written on us. Like it's like when you feel like you just need a huge shower, you can come here and it can just burn away. And like it's funny because water can also wash away stuff, but not everything. And also burning away, this is burning away something like when a forest burns away and turns to ash. It's like you go through this new beginning where stuff can come back to life.
Like the phoenix rising, right?
Yes, exactly. And so it's that's the significance of fire.
Rebirth.
And that's why the fire is it's just the first element that we're going through, is because it's this rebirth. It's like this.
Okay.
I feel like we're feeling drawn just to go on to the next one. The next one, water.
No, I know they're like moving on. Next room, you're going to the next room.
Exactly. Like I can't even finish talking because it's like I need to start talking about the next one, but we're not even there yet. And okay, so anyways, that aside, so let's go ahead and have ourselves walk back out of the room of fire and just turn directly around, and you'll be facing a new door. And in your hand you'll have this key. Just looks like a little blue water droplet. It's a very similar key to the other one. It's this gold trim around the icon and the handle, and then the body of the key, the rest of the key is just this dark painted black color. There's even like a little speck of gold in there for the reflection of the water, of light hitting the water droplet. And the door in front of us, it's just, oh, that's so cool. So the door is just, it's like you're looking at the ocean with tons and tons of waves. And you're seeing just a bunch of different hues of blue and green and white as the crest of the waves. And it's just kind of like moving. But it's not like, it's almost like a two-dimensional waves. It's kind of, it's almost like watching a play. When you go to a play and they have that fake water, the like pieces of wood painted as water and they move to kind of look like an ocean. That's what it looks like on the door. It's like a wooden mechanical movement of water on the door.
I'm just being like randomly, by the way, when I clear energy, I feel like sometimes I'll cough and sometimes I'll feel like a pulling. But now I've been like kind of burping and then I'm like getting you'll be burping a lot, and then I was like, okay, great. And that's not normally how I clear the energy, but apparently that's what's going to be going down, perhaps. So this morning, keep going.
Oh my gosh. Well, in Japan, burping is polite to show that you had a good meal, so you just had a good clearing. So let's go ahead and approach the door. By the way, this is good. This laughter is good for everyone out there. It's like laugh, let yourself laugh. It raises your vibration and allows you to feel this even more. So approach the door and insert the key. Oh yeah, guardian. What does he look like?
A wave.
The guardian looks like a wave.
I don't know. I just pictured the first one was like a little match, right? And then this one would be like a little wave.
A little wave. So as we open the door and step in, feel like you just get hit by a tidal wave as water just comes straight and knocks you down.
You should see what my hand was doing when you said that. I was pushing like a wave when you said that. This is quite common between the two of us. Asuka atu iki shika ata atus ku ki alata takashu ki atakashi ata tatushki ata tatanu tutuki shi ayata katuru kushkuturu kuturu kuturu ashka atakasa katuru ki isuka. Waves of abundance, courage, growth. Kushkutu kushkutu ushkutu ushkuta ashikata shukuturu kutushkuturu kuta ashikata rakishki adayata tata tushku askata, to flow, to create, to flow. Tushkut arak atkut itka atka itka atkushkut ayata kashuk atarakishki shukutukushkutukuru. Clearing and cleansing away life's worry. I feel like I have a beautiful poet. Like this is a beautiful poem. Shikita arakushkutu rikishi ayata atatata sukusuka ayata saka asukushkutaka shukuturakishki ayatutush kuturuk ashkatara kushkuturak ayata tata tushkutushkutushkutushkutush ki ayata suk Kishiki ayatu tushu tutu shukutu shukuturuka ashkata shukuturuka shukutu. A deep cleansing is needed of the oceans. Suk rakashikaturuku shukushka arakatskaturuku shukuturuka ashkatarakishkit atu kurukashka atakaraka tushkuturakashkaturuku shukuturuku ashkata ashkatakurukashkiyata tata tikiti tata tukurusketa sakutukuru tushu. Beautiful buoyant energy. Kashukuturukashkatarata tata shukuturukashka ayata ishkiyata sukushkatayata katukush iyayata kashkutuka ashkiyayata arukutushkata White water rapids become still and calm. Shikitakarushki atakarukishki atakarush kuturu 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 kushukututu. Shuk arakata tushkutu flowing on nice rivers. Kasukutaka ashkataka arakatakarukushkataka ashkataka. Shikata. Shuk arakata sukutuku shukutuka arakata asakatuku shuka ayataka I ayatakazuk. Iayatakazuk, iayatakazuk, ishiki ayatakaruk, siki kuruku suku shukutuju shuku atasha, shikatara suk atsikisi atatatatatatatatatatata shkuturuku shka ayatatatatatatatata suk sikishi ayatatush kuturukuturukutur. Sprinkling magic and heaven on earth was the last one I got. Arakatata shikatarush kus 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 asa suk ishki ayata sakaturu kuturu ka ashki ayata katuru chikita tushkata yakata shikata sakata sakishki ayata sata sakata suku iti kishi ayata satutsu sukishi ki ayata tatatata sukuru kishi itaka suk iayata suk isiki atakuru koshki ayata. You are done. Okay, I'm done.
So as we got hit by the wave, I saw us just getting brushed and washed ashore. And as we lay there, the light language was coming out like water chiseling away at our burnt crisp body. But then the way that a river wears away at rock and shapes the rock and creates flow, it flows along the body in the path of least resistance. And it just kind of bends and winds and creates new features upon our bodies, new channels, new shapes. And from the surrounding area around the rivers, just plants and trees start to grow. A whole new garden grows from the water that from the seeds that the water has fed. This is the rebirth that comes after the fire. This is the regrowth that comes as the soil is enriched and any remnants are washed clean.
You can just see waves and flowing rivers. Yeah, waves of abundance I keep getting. Waves of abundance. And flowing. When you flow. Life is meant to be in flow. Life is meant to be the path of least resistance. If something's not working, you're not supposed to be doing it. Life should be easy. Flowing.
It's like when you drop a stick in the stream, just seeing it flow down the stream as it goes and goes wherever it needs to. And it might get stuck in some stagnant water for a little while. And then imagine seeing it, you go down, you push the stick out of that area so it can continue to flow. That is the universe coming down and saying, okay, it's time to move on. Don't stay here for too long. Flow downstream. Continue going down. And as that stick goes and is hit by waves and the current, the waves are bearing gifts on them. Chests of gold and silver. And as that water hits the stick becomes wet and it absorbs it. So when we get that abundance, we're going to absorb it and take it in.
And anchoring this abundance into the heart. kutukuruka ashkata. Sikitukura kishkiata sakata kishkiayata. Sukiayata satatatatatatatata. Sukushikiayata. Sukiata suk. Breathe in. Siayata suki siayatu suku. The keys you hold in your hand, dear ones, are meant for you. Abundance, joy, love, all in flow. The waves of abundance flowing in. Su iaya takatu koto shukoto kishki aya tasata. Suki siki i aya aya tasakaturu kotoro aya tasakata kashki kata isiki tatata tushkoto totoshki I atata turu kotoshka ayata tutsuki ayata kasukoro kushki ayata sik a rainbow in the background. Anchoring back in to this reality, anchoring in its codes.
So as I'm watching the waves hit, I'm reminded of how the waves are created, what's creating them. And that's the air, that's the wind. So now that we received the water, let's make those waves a little bigger. Let's go ahead and walk out of this room back into the room of doors. Where we'll look at our third key, which looks like this little cartoon cloud, like blowing wind out of its mouth. Kind of an old symbol that you might have seen on some old atlases, showing the different winds in its directions. Cloud has a smile on its face and the mouth, and it's like.
Wind is the courage to follow your dreams.
Let's make some of those dreams come true.
Bring that in with the abundance. Kuruk tishki ata. Siki ayata. Siki ayata tushkuturu kutuk orakataka arakutukuru kutuku ushkata ayata sa. Suk siki tata tata tututututushkutuku. Clouds are parting, but bringing in the wind. All right, that's different.
As we walk to the door, you're just getting blasted by wind. And you can't make it through the door. It's like you have to fight your way to the door. It's just open door with wind coming out. They're like, I can't even see anything inside. It's like black. You just know that the key will go in there somewhere, so you can just finally put it in. When you turn it,
Whew,
the wind stops.
I'm getting real hot. I feel like when shouldn't I be getting cold?
Well, when the wind stops, that's from the fire building up from all the extra oxygen.
I'm feeling like hot.
So the wind stops, so you can enter in. Make sure you wave at the little cloud that's standing outside.
Now I'm blowing. Now I'm like, that's my light language, is blowing. I'm like, okay, that's fun. We like to make you smile and laugh. That's what I'm getting with this light language. Ishkiayata siki arata sakata kushuku arata saki shiki tiki tutuku shakatara kushkuturu kutushkuturusku asa with a sprinkle of cinnamon. Kashakatushka shika arata sata sata. Siki arata asiki siki ata tata sukuru kushkiayata sa asuk si ayata sukushki I atasuk ayata satushki ayata sakatuk tuk utukuruk tututuk urikiski ayata tutukuruk ataka atukuruk ataka atukutuki tukutuku tukurukututu. We are drawing little letters on your hand. Kishki atatutushkutuk ashkatarakatatatata light codes. Iski ski aturukushkutudushki atatatatatatatatatatatatatata and sprinkling cinnamon dashes cinnamon. Sikita arakatushkutuk to bring in joy and balance, creativity, divine feminine with the divine masculine, anchoring in more like solar plexus. Breathe in and out, anchoring into the solar plexus. Oh, we're getting the fairy dust, sparkling. Blowing lots of cinnamon and fairy dust around. That's what I'm getting. Okay, now you tell me what you're seeing, Will.
I'm starting to laugh because it just looks hysterical. First, it was just seeing us getting hit with gusts and gusts of wind and receiving the gifts. You were describing, and I wasn't really kind of just seeing too much of it. I was just knowing that that's what was happening because all I saw was gusts of wind. And then I started to see a little bit clearer, and it was just seeing individuals just standing there and just like they're just like they don't know what to do, and then all of a sudden something comes out of nowhere, just right in their hands, and they barely catch it. Like, whoa, oh, there it is. Okay. And just getting all the different things, and then there's someone caught a ball of fairy dust, and they thought they could catch it, and it hits their hands, and it just like flows everywhere, just covers them, and it just like explodes in their hands. It's kind of like you got glitter bombed or something like that. The same for like the cinnamon. It's like you're just getting hit with it, and the wind's carrying it too, and you can smell it. You can smell it in the air, and it's just like before we're getting wave after wave after wave after wave, and this was like a gust of wind, and every single gust was just like coming from you. So we were just like the light language was like it was like coming in as gusts of wind, hitting and battering us over and over. But it wasn't like the strong wind we encountered trying to get into the room. It was just like it's like getting hit by it felt like you were getting It felt as gentle as a cool breeze, but also as strong as like a huge gust of wind at the same time.
But warm.
That's
I was feeling warm, like warm
yeah.
and warm, like comforting almost.
Yeah, it was not like it wasn't I don't know, it's like it's really hard to explain because it's like both at the same time. It was it felt so wonderful and so good, but it was also felt really strong and it's I don't know, this room's weird. That's all I can say. Are you getting shivers?
Like a lot of energy. All right. And now to round it all up with the earth. Is that
So, yep.
the earth? Is the earth one? Yeah.
Also, oh yeah, the other thing was that it felt like lighter as well, like the wind was lifting you up off the ground. So now we need to come back down with the earth. So let's go ahead and walk out of the earth room. I'm sorry, the air room. Rather just get blown out of the air room. It's like, fine, go away. And it just basically just fell face first, face flat outside the room. Like, whoa, okay, that was thanks. Didn't hurt, but it was just like I think it's there to make us laugh. Um,
Yeah, that's the goal. Always to laugh and
so the
play.
remaining key is like the handle is this little rock. It's a piece of granite. Um, a gold, like the other keys, a gold trim. Even the air had a gold trim around it. The black body of the key. So if anyone ever saw the never-ending story as a kid and remembers in the very beginning scenes where the main character encounters the rock trolls, that is who the guardian of the earth door is. So you imagine this rock troll. It kind of almost looks like also like the Thing from Fantastic Four, just standing there at the door. But it's like the guys from Never Ending Story, they just had these big grins and smiles on their faces, like the friendliest looking little rock trolls in the world. And he's just standing there smiling at you and like kind of holding his hand out, saying, "Come in this way," right? And the door is a giant boulder, and there's no keyhole. But as you hold the key up to the boulder, a keyhole just kind of forms out of nowhere on the boulder, and you can insert your key in. When you turn it, the rock just kind of sinks into the ground, like it's quicksand all of a sudden underneath it. And then you walk on into this room, and there's just rocks everywhere, all around. And then your perspective zooms out, and you find yourself standing on the top of the mountain. A solid mountain. It's just this serene view of looking out on an open mountain range around you. And you feel this sense of safety, calmness. Feel this sense of being at home. Realize that what you're looking out across is land that belongs to you, for you to look after. It's a metaphor for your legacy,
Whoa.
purpose.
Whoa. arata aturotushka ayata atuku asakata atushkutukuruku are clearing very deep layers, pockets of energy. Arakata tukushuka arata sakarukushkuta ayataka hushki ayataka rushki takarakatushki it araka sukushka tarakata rakata rakutushkuturukutaka arakata ki tushki ayataka atushki ayataka shikata ski ayata sakarukushi ata siki ayata rushki ata suk. A lot of dense energy. Ding. Clearing uru kashkatata ui ayata katuro kashkatara katuro katara katuro 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 atasa katuraki ki ayata tuskut arata sakata ti kishi ayata tiki ayata turu kushki ayata sakaturu kushkuturu kushki ayata karoshki ayata ta 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 shukutuko arata sakaturu kushki ayata sakaturu kushki ayata kasu kurishi ayata katuru kushki I ayata kasuk I ayata sukurushki tisi ayata katurukushki I ayata katushku turukutushku 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 turuk aishki aishki tukuruka asakata asakatu kuruku tukuruku 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 tukuruku. A heavy blanket is lifting. Tukushkuturuk askataruk oskuturuk askatarukutushkutu askata askuruk askata askuturushki. Isi ayata sata. Tata. Kushki ayata tata tata. Kise ayata suku shukuturuka. Kuku turukushka ayata ka a blanket of kushkuturuka sata sakata shukuturukutu. Kishkituruka alata sakatush kutukush kutush ayata kasu ki ayata tata shukuturi kishiki ayata sukuru kutukuru 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 kishki ayata kasu kutukuru kutaka ashiki tiki tukush kutuku ayata kasu kutukuru ka ashikata asukuru kishki ayata suk iaya suk iaya suk iaya suk iaya suk. Okay. Shikitiki aruku suka ayata sakaturu kutu tiki shiki tututu shukutuku shukatara kata kata katush kutu okay now I'm clapping. Shikat arakatush kutuku shikata araka shikata araka araka. You can tell me about that one. Shikata arakatush kuturuka ashkatiya ta 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 ta. Sam. Yep. Lots of love. Again, lots of love. Thank you. Anchoring into the heart. Down into the earth. Anchoring roots like trees. Down, down through the base of your spine, down through your feet. Down into the earth, down into the center of the earth, growing roots. Oh, grounding. Anchoring in the frequency of love from the heart center. Kishka aratos Kishkia turukuturukuturukuturukutushka ayata tatatatatatatatatatush ayata tush kutura ayata katuru kata ashikik utku 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 utka utkutka atka atku utki ataka kut 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 asakata 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 urukutushiki ataka ataka rukutuk asakata asakata raka sukupukoro kashikata rakata sakata rakata skotoro kushkotoro kasiki ayata sakatoro kuskotoro I ayata katushki ayata karukushki ayata sakatoro kushki ayata sakatoro kotoshkotoro kisiki ayata back to sprinkling magic dust fairy dust Sututu sutu 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 asata asata suku shuku kara sata 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 suk 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 sukuru kushiki ayata kasakata kasukuru ski ski ayata saka suk 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 sikituru kusukuturu kashikata turu skutukuruku I asa satu suk I asa suk iskatu kuru kashiki ayata saka atukushiki you are done. All right, your turn.
Oh my gosh, there was like so much going on in that one. That was like super heavy, no pun intended, or maybe pun intended. It was just like the realization of being on top of that mountain and knowing that this is everything you're seeing is your legacy and everything you're seeing is just like your journey. It's like when you're on the top of that mountain, it's a representation of you being at the end of everything you've done. And that mountain is everything you've gone through, everything you've climbed through. And it's to let everyone know that you are strong and you are powerful. And like, even if you don't see it or you haven't seen it yet, there's so much there for you. And it's to show that if you're feeling a sense of self-doubt, a sense of not feeling like you're enough, good enough, never gonna get there, let this show that you are. This is what it is. This is what feels like to be there. And the removing of that blanket that Kirstie was seeing was taking away the veil just that was preventing you from seeing this truth. It's being torn away as you're in this room, giving you a sense of being solid, of being grounded and secure in where you are and what you're doing right now and where you're going to be going. And all those light codes, just saw them coming in and just building mountains for everyone to show them. It's like we're all at the top of a mountain. We're all lords. We're all kings, queens. And there's not just us on this mountain, there is a castle. Our castle. A place for us to dwell. A place for us to feel safe and at home, secure. But not secure like we need to hide or be protected for something. But just that sense of just being able to be at ease and to relax. Being able to just let go and know that it's okay. It's gonna be okay. And just for me personally, it just felt like just this load just lifting off my shoulders. Like I just feel happy.
Yeah, so beautiful. Yeah, I mean, life is meant to be enjoyed and to be in play.
hmm
I think
It's
too often we forget that quite a bit.
there was I heard in a podcast a guru was saying life is a playground. Have fun.
It's not so serious. We make it serious. Um, My chair's squeaking. I didn't realize that. Just clearing. So now I'm just getting that we're clearing cords from the group, draining any cords that formed between us. So, Will, if you want to close that out, unless there's something. I just got nudged to do this one, so.
Yeah. Yeah. I just see a picture of wood being split. Just a big axe coming down and separating us from anything that is really not part of us. Being pruned back. Pruned back from anything that would have wanted to attach on us or connect with us, so that we can pull all our energy back into ourselves. So, not just as we walk through this door, but as we walk out of this space, we're whole once again. And then we can walk away from this, ready to grow. New leaves, new branches, new fruit.
Ooh. Ooh, yeah.
Bring
Well, thank
ourselves
you. That
back
was
to this
good.
moment. Whew.
That was beautiful. Well, I love that. I hope everybody else loved that too. Haven't been looking at the comments, but
I
if
know. I was just gonna go look at that.
let us know if you felt anything, saw anything, heard anything. If you have any questions, we did talk about what light language was in the previous video, but we'll just retouch on that. It's the language of the soul. It's a high frequency, so it bypasses the mind and goes to the soul. And everybody is able to do light language. It's like a remembering. Um, yeah, it's just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you.
Okay. I guess we're just gonna close out here then. I think we're at about that time, right?
At
Yeah.
that
All
time.
right.
Yeah, and then I guess we're doing a group live on the
On the 18th, it's gonna be the same time as our live, but this is gonna be on a Wednesday this month. Um, and I think, do we have a place where we can send people to go and find out more information about that yet?
yes, we'll be putting that in the comments below.
Okay.
Yes. Shortly.
All right, awesome. Okay, everyone. Well, thanks again. You have a good evening, morning, or whatever, wherever you are. All right. Take care.
Sending lots of love. Bye.
Bye.